All right, team. Thank you so much again for showing up today and joining me on this Monday morning pep talk. We are into episode 215, and today I'm going to talk about your marketing and personal branding checklist, some things that you need to be thinking about as you head into the coming months and into the new year. But before I get into that in detail, I want to remind you of my professional purpose, and that is to help you, the broker advisor, optimize your productivity and help you become the best version of yourself. Why? Because happy brokers sell more real estate. And I do that by helping you handle challenges and opportunities that you face every single day. And if you can effectively manage certain situations that arise on a daily basis in your business, you will be more productive and live a life that is the best version of you. And my ask is that you listen today as if we are in a one-on-one coaching session, either in my office or on a phone call. On this 215th episode of my Monday Morning Pep Talk and the final topic for Section 5, marketing and personal branding, Section 5 of Take Flight version 4.0, I will provide you a checklist of the people, the tools, the processes you need to build a marketing and personal branding strategy that will elevate your business. Marketing and personal branding is exactly that. It's personal. And it requires your dedication, effort, and resources to create real value in your business. No one can do it for you. You got to do it yourself. The top brokers and advisors in the industry take ownership of their brand and understand it is the fuel for their business. And in my previous 3 Monday Morning Pep Talks, I dropped a content strategy around the popular phrase, people hire who they know, like, and trust. And I do recommend that you go back and listen to those 3 calls. Episode 212 was people hire who they know. Episode 213 was people hire who they like. And then, of course, episode 214 last week, we talked about people hire who they trust. And in tomorrow's email, I will have the links to all 3 of those calls so you can very easily go back and source them. What I do, though, hope to do today is to give you a framework, a checklist in which to start or to evaluate or improve the structure of your marketing. So look at this kind of as your marketing toolbox. Okay. Number one, you need to create a niche. All right. You need to understand who is your ideal client, who is your audience. You can't be everything to everybody. Okay. I think if you're a good marketer, you realize that that one statement that I just said is so true. You cannot be everything to everybody. So make sure to create your niche, identify your ideal client. Number 2, you need a content calendar. Okay. If this is specific to social media, this creates consistency. Every Monday at 10 a.m., you do X. Okay. Every Wednesday at noon, you do Y. You have a content calendar. Go into YouTube and type in content calendar, social media. There will be pages and pages and pages and pages and pages and videos, I should say, of content on how to do that. Number 2, I highly recommend a social media scheduling software like Hootsuite or Planoly. Two important software programs that can allow you to go in, plan your week out, your month out, and that allows you to stay consistent. It's really hard to say, oh, it's Monday at 10. What do I post? Well, you need to sit down and have that strategy. Okay. Um, Number 4, you will have a marketing team, your photographer, your videographer. Many of you are starting to hire social media strategists. I highly recommend that it's a game now that has become very competitive, and a social media strategist will allow you to stay consistent. But of course, you've got that photographer for your listings, your videographer, all of it. You need to have your marketing team. Number 5, go out and identify 10 to 15 social media quote unquote follows, people that you connect with, that you think that do it right. Follow them, save them as favorites, and look at ways how you can create similar content. And this will allow you to kind of right size your business strategy. But sometimes you need to follow people in other markets and look at what they're doing, finding new strategies on how to do it right. So highly recommend that you go out and find and identify 10 to 15 people that inspire you. Number 6, you need to track where your leads are coming from. Remember when we went back through the Barbara Corcoran method? You shouldn't do that when you're trying to identify, what you did over the last 25 or 50 transactions. You should be tracking that every single lead. And if you talk to somebody new that calls in, or you have an email that comes in, or a direct message, when you get them on the phone or on a Zoom, and you meet them or discuss with them how they found you, that is really, really important data that you want to track. You want to track it in real time, because you'll know where these leads are coming from, so you can put more emphasis on that strategy, more money, more time. Okay. You should have, number 7, you should have dedicated time blocks. Back to, creating a social media or, content calendar. To be able to do that, you have to have time blocks somewhere in your schedule where you can plan out your marketing, plan out your content calendar, have conversations with your social media strategist and your team. Super, super important. Number 8, call to action statements and hooks. Give something of value to those people that are following you. Okay. Give something of value, whether it be a neighborhood report or a free, real estate, not a free, but a complimentary, real estate review. Give them something, some reason to reach out to you. You need a hook. You need something of value that will have them reach out to you. The goal is to collect in as many relationships as you can, capture their contact information, email address, et cetera, so you can go through the nurture process of bringing those leads to the surface at some point. Not everybody is going to buy right now or sell right now. I think in the minds of real estate brokers and advisors, we're out there looking for right now business. We got to build that warm list. Like I mentioned earlier in Take Flight, the most underrated thing in your most underrated list in your in your in your game plan is that warm list, building a massive warm list and nurturing those and providing value to those people. So create a hook, create something of value that can help you capture names and their contact information. Or maybe they're ready to go right now. Maybe they'll pop right to your hot list. Number 9, you need organized storage for evergreen content. What is evergreen content? Evergreen content is that content that you can use over and over and over again. Okay. You need a place to store it. And Dropbox is my place of choice, but you should have a place that has all of your B-roll, all of your photography, everything that you can use over and over again. And again, there's wonderful albums, on the Google platforms and Apple platforms as a place that you can do that. But if you've got video, you need to store that somewhere that you can get to quickly, because you want to use it over and over again. And then number 10, last but not least, you need a listing launch process. Use your listings as a marketing opportunity to create additional business. Many of you, we've mentioned it before, the Thomas Wright strategy, I think, is brilliant. If you search on Propel, those of you that are with Jameson Sotheby's International Realty, if you search Propel, it's right there for you, the entire strategy. Okay. So what I want to also finish with here is that posting on your social media profiles, that is not marketing. Okay. Developing a strategy to connect, nurture, and capture new business is marketing. Okay. Let me say that again. Just posting is not marketing. Developing a strategy to connect, nurture, and capture new business That is marketing. Marketing is about creating connections with people that need your talents and experience. Let that one sit in. Marketing is about creating connections with people that need your talents and experience. Marketing and your brand is personal. So it will require your effort and your commitment to build the machine that will drive business to the top end of your sales funnel. Okay. This is a perfect segue into how I will wrap up Take Flight version 4.0 over the coming few weeks. Next week, I will lay out the formula that I have used to build my businesses, and I'll also help others build their businesses. It's simple in structure, but takes commitment and consistency to see results. And that's kind of like what everybody else does, right? Anything else that has value takes effort and consistency. Until we wrap up Take Flight version 4.0 as it relates to your marketing and personal branding, my ask is that you focus on becoming a good marketer in the coming months. Become a good marketer. Do your research. There's so much content out there on YouTube and other places that will allow you to really learn what you need to learn to become a good marketer. And, I'll do my best as I can, but it does take effort, research, and consistency to be good at it. It will allow you, to put the rest of your business into action. Okay. It's kind of like pouring gasoline on your business, right? Marketing is that important. We ended with marketing because marketing is just that. The rest of what we talked about in sections 1, 2, 3, and 4 are needed so that your good marketing has a place to go. All of those people that you meet and all of those people that you have spent time with need a place to go and need processes to bring them and help them convert. And you'll see how I do that when we talk about it next week. Okay. So I appreciate all of you so much for taking the time to jump on. And my email will be out tomorrow. If you're not on that list, you can simply go to my, Instagram profile at askjimmiller. There is a place to sign up for that content. And we will talk to you next week. Thanks, team.